What's going on, guys? Asher here with Hidden Profits Crypto. Before we get into today's video, as usual, I want to give a huge thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We got a lot of new subs and we're on our way to 5K. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure to do so. We upload 3 videos a week on low cap hidden gems and other great projects. So if that sounds interesting to you and you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the sub button and tick that notification bell. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at UFO Gaming. We got some more information, actually the third weekly update, and there's some pretty important things in there I figured that we would take a look at since we've been staying up to date with this project. I do think there's a ton of potential, which is exactly why I want to keep you guys up to date, and we're so very early. There's, no staking, no NFTs, no Metaverse, so we're still in the very early stages of this project, and that's why I think it's important to stay up to date with this. So we're going to be taking a look at this article here on the Twitter. You guys can come here and find it if you'd like, but I'll also throw it in the description if you guys want to read over it yourself. We're going to take a look at the article, and then at the end we're going to do a little bit of price analysis of UFO, because it's been a minute since we've looked at the price. So make sure to stick all the way through the end to see that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are. This was published on February 18th, which is today. We're not going to read through the beginning because it just kind of recaps the last weekly update, and then they have kind of just a summary of some of the things that are going to be going on in this article, as well as a message from the CTO. So the staking DApp is looking fantastic. As you all know, we have a new logo design, but wait until you see the new interface that the logo lives in when we get the DApp launched. Speaking of staking, our contracts were done with QA, optimization, and were previously sent off to an army of auditors. We're crazy about security. There's nothing as important, but wait, yes there is. Fees and costs. As you know, we will be staking UFO and UFO LP on Ethereum, but our dark metaverse will run on Polygon to save you tons of gas fees. We're working to make sure that our DApp is as efficient as it can be, so hold on tight while we squeeze the gas costs out as best as we can. And I do really think this is very important, specifically since it is a project on Ethereum. That right there alone can keep a lot of people from getting into the project, so I do like that they're really focusing on making sure that they can keep the fees as low as possible for people that are going to be involved in this project. So I think that's a really good sign. So Super Galactic, leaderboards, friends list, and guild system. Super Galactic is coming along very nicely. We have our networking servers now in large clusters in the cloud, ready for millions of gamers to go on and frag. We're adding many social features to the system, so you'll be able to have a friends list, shared leaderboards, and in-game chatting. We're also working on a guild system, which will be implemented in the future. I'm sure that we will all agree that it will be a great future when competition across the metaverse heats up. So other technical update is that we're working hard on Polygon to make minting the Genesis NFTs with your plasma cheap and straightforward in the terms of gas. The Genesis NFTs are the gateway to Super Galactic. Then when you've earned enough UAP rewards, you can breed 2 of them to get the most powerful game characters to power up and take on more challenging missions with Super Galactic. So good to hear from there. UFO Gaming and wallet integration, and this is something that I think is a little bit cooler. I wasn't really expecting this. I think everybody kind of just figured you'd end up using MetaMask, but to facilitate new players in Super Galactic and the Dark Metaverse, we will be incorporating some easy-to-use crypto wallets into our platform. Everybody will be able to use MetaMask, the most popular browser-based and mobile wallet, but we'll also be providing other ways to get started. We will include easy sign-up wallets that can use Google, Twitter, and Facebook logins to offer uncomplicated wallets to newcomers. We want everyone to quickly and easily play our game and participate in the dark metaverse so that anyone can sign up and play to earn. Now, I think this is very important, not from just a standpoint of anybody in crypto, but with these gaming projects, you don't want to just be marketing to, the crypto market itself, but also people outside of the crypto market. And that's how you really get that mass adoption and get a ton of people coming in. So, making the UI and making everything very easy to use so people who are not involved in crypto can even hop on, just sign up, say, with Facebook and just log into a wallet and get going and playing the game. I think that's going to be very important and super vital to the growth of this game. So get psyched, Super Galactic will be one of the industry's first live action multiplayer NFT games. So please have a little patience while the engineers burn the midnight oil and crank out a title that we can all be proud of to launch on UFO Gaming. And I think that's a very good note as well. I see a lot of people getting very impatient with this game, saying that the project is a scam. I've said this in previous videos before, but just because developers are taking their time with a product doesn't mean that it's a scam. It doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It's a very good thing. They're giving these updates to keep everybody to know what's going on, and in behind the scenes, they're keeping their head down and they're grinding, getting this game out. And I think it's very important. We see in the current gaming sphere tons of unfinished games that are constantly coming out. The new Battlefield, the new Call of Duty coming out every year, specifically with Call of Duty, and you get these half-assed, just garbage games because they rush them. So, we don't want the same thing here. We want an actual product that's going to have longevity and sustainability in the long term. So I think this is really good. So here we're going to get a preview of the new staking front end. So let me see if I can go ahead and blow these pictures up. So stake your tokens, play the game, earn plasma and UFO tokens to become part of the UFO gaming community. So, you can see here some example of how this is going to look. You'll be able to connect your wallet, show all the total locked value, APR, how much is staked and all that. And then here it shows actually the leaderboards for UFO staking, as well as the UFO ETH LP staking pair. So I think it's really cool, and we'll talk about the leaderboards here in a second. But very good that they're showing some previews here. So our talented designers have spent a lot of time in finalizing the brand new design on our upcoming staking DApp. We have shifted through different brand proposals and are finally happy to unveil the route that we've taken. Keep in mind, numbers shown are not correct. They're just placeholders. The staking landing page will showcase some useful metrics such as the TVL, approximate APR, total UFO staked, as well as total UFO ETH LP staked. So in addition, we will provide a leaderboard for those who love the competitiveness even with staking. The leaderboards will be released as an addition a couple weeks after the official staking launch. So I like the idea of making staking like, kind of a competitive kind of little game. Only issue I have with that is we already know the whales are just gonna, swoop in and just kind of take over the leaderboards, but that's all right. But we will also be giving users a proper video and article tutorial showing you exactly how to stake your tokens so that you can both start earning interest and earn enough plasma points for a Genesis NFT. And I will actually be putting the same videos on my channel. I'll make a video how to stake the tokens as well as minting those Genesis NFTs. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to subscribe when those come out. So here it shows a little bit more of the staking. I think it looks really good. Just some more pictures. The UI will provide you with a seamless and straightforward experience. Single stake your UFO tokens or pair your UFO ETH LP tokens to accelerate and accumulate of plasma and UFO rewards. Unstaking is also going to be very simple. Just 2 clicks and you're done. When we roll out the staking DApp, we will give our users a tutorial showing you exactly how it's done. We're just as excited as you are. So now we get into kind of the last 2 little Genesis NFT soldiers that they haven't showed. So if you guys didn't watch the last update video, I'll throw a card up here. You guys can check it out so you're up to date with where we're at now. It looked at, I believe it was the electricity, the toxic, and the fire soldiers. So here we have the last 2 being the physical and the laser. So, these are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these. I think they look way better than their old NFT designs. Now there's some lore here. I'm not going to read into this, but if you guys are interested in that, you can do so. And then here I would say this is probably my favorite. I think these personally look really good. The laser one looks super badass, and you've got your different levels. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And level 4 looking the coolest as it should. So again, there's some lore here if you guys want to read it, and then it shows the incinerary, electric, and the toxic soldiers that we looked at last week. So that pretty much wraps it up here. I definitely think this is a very good step forward. I think the more they release these articles and they show previews of things like the staking app, as well as more character designs, just going to kind of cut out some of that FUD that a lot of people, for some reason, on Twitter and here on YouTube like to spread. But I'm definitely excited to see what this project is going to do in the future. And I think we got a lot of good updates this week. All right, so here we are at the chart. This is the 4 hour on UFO USDT from KuCoin. So, I figured we'd go ahead and take a look here and do a little bit of analysis / predictions because I do think we are going to start moving forward here, especially once the staking comes out. I think that's really going to be big because it's going to pull a lot of this UFO off of these exchanges and kind of lock them up, which is very important for the growth of a coin. So we previously charted out this falling channel here that I pretty much believe that we've formed and broke out of. We've seen good volume confirmation here when we broke out, as well as forming what I believe to be a bull flag here. So you've got your flagpole and then now this little flag that's forming. So pretty much you have two ways that this will go. It will either actually break out the way it should, which is break out of the top, and this is actually the first measured target here, and if it doesn't, it will fall out of the bottom and probably retest some of these lows. But this is a bullish pattern, so I would definitely expect to see a little bit more upside here as long as we can hold this support that we're currently at. So these two targets that I have on here are my targets that I would see us hitting as long as we break out of this top trend line here of this flag. So, you might see something like a test of this price level, a retest of the flag, and then a continuation up, into a resistance, a retest, and then back up. So, we very well could see something like that, but it's all just speculation. So make sure you guys are doing your own research and kind of making your own opinions on this stuff. So, I'm just some guy on the internet, and everybody, when it comes to technical analysis, everybody kind of has their own views and the way they see things going. So I think that this is looking pretty good. We're on our way back kind of towards being oversold on the 4 hour, which is pretty good. The MACD is curving down on the 4 hour, which, that's all right as long as we don't continue too far down. Like I said, if we break this support here, I would expect a lot more downside. But with the staking and the games and all the stuff that we have coming and all the hype that's around UFO, I really wouldn't see us falling back down here because a lot of people will probably end up picking up another bag. And if we do fall back down into this range around here, I myself would probably pick some up as well. So that's going to be pretty much it for the price analysis here. We really just have to see what it does. But right now I'm looking pretty bullish on UFO. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video on UFO. I really hope you guys enjoyed this update and seeing some of the things that UFO are working on. I think the staking is coming out pretty well. The interface looks really good. I like to hear that they're going to have some very easy to use wallet integration for a lot of new people coming in, as well as, continuing good character designs that they've been doing and kind of redoing those Genesis NFTs. So right now, everything's looking pretty good. Price is looking good. I'm very excited to see where this project continues to go, and I will keep you guys updated as it the updates come out. So if you're interested in that and want more content like this, make sure to subscribe and tick that notification bell. Also leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment letting me know what you guys think about UFO, what you think about some of these new Genesis NFTs, as well as maybe how you're feeling about how the staking app is looking. So that's gonna be it for me today. I'll see you guys later, and until then, peace.